Paris, the city of love, but especially during the pandemic, it's become the city of loneliness. Luckily, there are people like Pascal, Johnny and Quentin. They work for the initiative Lulu dans ma rue. Its kiosks have taken on the role once performed by concierges. But the Lulus do more than that.
We help those who are the most vulnerable. I've come to realize that if it weren't for us, those people would just wither away.
Lucienne Montanari lives in the heart of Paris, all on her own. She's 90, but still going strong. During the lockdown, the Lulus have been her anchor.
You know, solitude is hard to take, and many older people are isolated and don't go out. So, of course, they feel lonely. They're all alone. And that's also why it's so important to have young people in your life. I really like having them around. Oh, it's Quentin. Hello? Yes, I can hear you.
Quentin d'Artois regularly helps her with her emails. Today he's brought handyman Pascal along.
Voila, your new door.
Wonderful. Is it the same one as before? Yes, it's the same. That suits me just fine.
The men are here to change Lucienne's shower door, but there's a small problem. Pascal doesn't have his drill with him.
I have to drill here to affix the new frame. I can't attach the new door to the old one. Although...
He'll find a solution. He's not half bad. You can bring him again. I've never had a bad Lulu.
What is Quentin to her?
I think of him as my grandson.
It makes me happy to help people who really need it.
It's perfect like that. It's great.
Finally, the door's in place. Pascal and Quentin are ready to leave, but not before taking care of the nicest part of their job, the chat with their client.
Among other things, I used to be a banking consultant, but I missed the personal relationships. The job was too focused on selling.
Pascal will come again next week to hang up a picture, this time with his drill.
I look forward to seeing you both again.
See you next Tuesday.
Pascal and Quentin meet up with Johnny Flores, another Lulu, at one of the company's kiosks. There are now 8 of them in Paris. It's the perfect place to take a coffee break and get a few things off their chests.
I never realized how isolated some clients are, especially during lockdown. Yes, it's a sad outcome for these people. I'd say it's quite appalling.
Locals direct their inquiries to the concierge who runs the kiosk. He or she then passes on the work to the self-employed Lulus. This man's internet isn't working anymore. He'll need to have a new modem installed.
Lulu is like the concierge of old. who was always there to help out the residents. They always had good advice and they knew the right person to go to when problems arose. Today, Lulu makes these important connections, and the kiosks are a meeting place for people in the neighbourhood. Folks also come here just to talk.
It brings back a bit of the old ambience. I've lived in this quarter for 50 years, and I think it's restored some of the humanity.
Johnny isn't surprised by comments like these. The trained carpenter arranges continuing education for the initiative's 1,100 Lulus. He also helps decide who can join the team. One criterion is especially important.
The Lulu attitude. It's about helping people, not just about performing the task at hand. We want to give clients more than that. The Lulu attitude is like a ray of sunshine. There's the African concept of Ubuntu. I am because we are. And that's what Lulu is. We're Lulus because we're part of Paris, part of the population, and we're here to help. So it makes sense.
Pascal lives in a tiny apartment with just 19 square meters of space. He'd rather not show us. So we only film one corner of the place. Over the years, the 52-year-old has done pretty much everything. He's worked as a roofer, a miner and a forklift operator. But a few years ago, he hit a low point in his life.
I'd work for 96 hours at a time and did that for almost 30 years, non-stop, with no vacation. But at some point I just cracked up. I quit and became depressed. Then I heard about Lulu, and that was a lifesaver. I was back in business again.
When the pandemic began a year ago, Pascal volunteered to help people who were at high risk for COVID-19, even though he feared contracting the virus himself.
During the first lockdown, I only went on foot. I didn't take public transport at all. I wanted to keep the risk of infection to a minimum for myself and all of the people we delivered things to, the vulnerable people we visited. All of a sudden, I was walking between 40 and 60 kilometers a day, depending on how many people I had to shop for.
Now Pascal is on his way to do some work for Nathan Goldenberg. Nathan has just returned to Paris after several years in Singapore.
Like I explained on the phone, Pascal, a dozen pictures need hanging up. Most of them are in the living room. We've put them in the right spots. Then these kitchen shelves need putting up, one on top of the other. First you'll have to affix the two rails at the sides. And then come the shelves that fit into the rails. Ah, maybe they go in the other way round.
The business consultant lacks the time and skills to do the job himself.
Lulu gives me access to professionals who are better handymen than I'll ever be. They have the right tools and will do the job properly. Lulu's the modern equivalent to the neighbour who loans you his drill and helps you put up the shelves.
Pascal loves this work, though he earns just 30 euros an hour before taxes. Normally, a tradesman would get an hourly wage of 100 euros.
Is the height right for you?
For Nathan, it's perfect. The The next day, Quentin is on his way to see another regular customer, 74-year-old Anita Mules.
Hop.
Hello, Quentin.
Allez.
How are you?
Off with your shoes, like always, and then go and wash your hands.
Dans la salle de bain. Voilà, pour te laver les menottes.
Quentin has been helping Anita with emails and correspondence with the authorities since her husband died last year. Now it's about selling his car.
Alors, Anita.
I just got an email from Audi.
Un mail d'Audi.
About the car.
About Jean-Claude's car. Has the man sent me something?
Alors, est-ce qu'il m'a envoyé déjà quelque chose?
This man only says,
They're going to send me another document.
Elle va m'envoyer encore un document.
right, it's just so you know what's up.
Quentin was my savior, and now he's a person who's become part of my life.
Une personne qui fait partie de ma vie maintenant. Voilà.
C'est réciproque.
It goes both ways. I stop by regularly and I always look forward to it. Also to drinking tea together and talking about things other than computers.
It's a ritual they wouldn't want to do without.
Here, Quentin.
Thanks, Anita.
Hot, isn't it?
Yes.
You want some milk?
No, I'll stir it a bit. Then it'll be fine.
Just who is helping who here?
We Lulus might rescue people in certain situations, but without knowing it, they actually give us more than we give them. I'd forgotten there was this human aspect to life. It's not just about money. Most of all, it's about what you can give to others. That makes you feel good. And it makes you realize you're not alone.